And good evening and welcome to another edition of Sports Capsule. My name's Ralph Williams. Tonight's Sports Capsule is brought to you in part by Sleep Pittsburgh. Call Sleep Pittsburgh today, 412-462-7858, 8th Avenue in Homestead, and sleeppittsburgh.com for the best sleep tonight. No credit check financing and a whole lot more. Call them today for the best rates and the best deals on mattresses. That number again, 412-462-7858, Sleep Pittsburgh. All right, Ralph Williams here with the third sports capsule of the day today, and there could be some more. The Steelers continue to make moves. Steelers just signed wide receiver Van Jefferson from the Los Angeles Rams to a one-year contract, $1.5 million. All right, that brings some veteran presence into the locker room. I also found out that the reason Deontay Johnson was traded was because he was the one causing George Pickens to have the attitude that he had. So there you go. That's one of the reasons why Deontay Johnson was traded. Kenny Pickett traded to the Philadelphia Eagles today, if you didn't hear my report earlier. I think that the Steelers should pursue this guy. Dallas has released inside linebacker and former number one pick, Leighton Vander Esch. Played for Boise State. He was a number one draft pick several years ago for Dallas. I know he's had some injury problems, but you know what? He's a good linebacker when he's healthy, and if he could stay healthy, he could be a really good, at the inside linebacker spot. Steelers need to go out and get another wide receiver. I hear Tyler Boyd's talking to some other teams. And Mike Williams, who I think the Steelers should have jumped on immediately after he got released by the Chargers. They laid an egg, and now the Kansas City Chiefs are going to add to their Super Bowl winning offense. And turns out that he's getting ready to sign with the Chiefs. And the Chiefs are also looking at Tyler Boyd. So the Steelers better wake up here, and they need to also get a backup quarterback. Who's going to be it? Russell Wilson right now is the only quarterback on this team. Mason Rudolph went bye-bye. He should have stayed, but that's beside the point. And now they're down to just one quarterback. Who are they going to bring in? Ryan Tannehill, who I said they probably will bring in, and they may bring in another guy and draft the guy. They're going to have to do something here. The Steelers are short on quarterbacks now, but they also need to tackle the defensive linemen. They need to at least get one veteran in here because they're so focused on linebackers, corners, and safeties and everything else that they fail to address the defensive line situation. Line of scrimmage is important. You can't have rookies playing offensive line and defensive line. You got to get some guys in here. And if you don't, you're going to have big problems. All right, this has been the Sports Capsule with me, Ralph Williams. You never know when I'm going to appear. You never know what information I might have for you. And Kenny Pickett didn't want to pay me a backup quarterback. He has to be traded. Well, good. He can take his live-in furniture and he can go to Philly with his wife, Amy, and get out of Pittsburgh, because I think the Steelers are starting to send a message to the George Pickens of the world and everybody else on this team that we're not going to put up with whiners, okay? The whiners are gone, and now George Pickens has been sent a message that if you're going to be a whiner, we're going to ship you out. Okafor's gone, Deontay Jobson's gone, and now Kenny Pickett's gone. 3 whiners, three gone. So George Pickens, you better be careful, my friend, because if you don't, you're going to wind up being goner too. Okay, the Steelers will not put up with whiners now. It's looking that way. Russell Wilson was talking about Super Bowl today, and I put something out there that if the Steelers go to the Super Bowl during Tomlin's tenure, I will do my shows naked. Okay, so I'm hoping, I'm right. I said they'll never go to the Super Bowl with Tomlin, but it's looking like they're starting to build that direction. And I'm actually quite surprised. Mediocrity may be going bye-byes. I think Art Rooney II is starting to take some heat for this. Mike Tomlin's taking some heat, which he doesn't care. All right. But anyway, I think that's what's happening. And now it's time for mediocre Mike to start getting hauled to the carpet. He was given a 2-year contract extension, and that's it. Usually they give him a 5-year contract extension. So I'm thinking the Steelers might be looking to go to the Super Bowl. And I'm actually quite surprised. Again, I've said many times it's nothing but a mediocre football team, and I think they're starting to take a lot of heat for being mediocre. And despite the mediocrity of this year, they still managed to make it to the playoffs. It's too bad they lost to Buffalo in the playoffs. I wanted to see Mason Rudolph win a Super Bowl so he could stick the trophy right in Mike Tomlin's face and say, here's what I did for you after you screwed me. All right, this has been Sports Capsule. Ralph Williams, brought to you again by Sleep Pittsburgh. Call them today, 412-462-7858 for the best prices on mattresses and the best selection of futons, day beds, and a whole lot more. 8th Avenue Homestead, sleeppittsburgh.com. Call them today. No credit check financing. For the best sleep tonight, Sleep Pittsburgh. Have a great one. And have a good and safe weekend if I don't talk to you again. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m., live here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter X platforms, telling it like it is with me, Ralph Williams, and Leo Haggerty. And we have a lot to talk about because not only just what I talked to you about, there's a whole lot more coming. So watch tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m., telling it like it is with me, Ralph Williams, Leo Haggerty. Have a good night, safe weekend, and toodaloo.